And welcome to the very first episode of the Destiny Nerds podcast.
What is up, everybody?
Yeah, so that lovely voice over there is the one and only Bearded Luke. Say hello to the people, Luke.
What's up, people? It's good to see all of you.
All right.
My internet's working.
His internet's working. So if you're listening or watching, so last week was supposed to be our first episode, and Mr. Luke had some technical difficulties with his internets. And funny thing, we met up earlier before we broadcasted, and he was having technical difficulties with his monitor. So
Yeah.
we're like, is this thing going to happen? Is it not going to happen?
I don't know why my monitor turned off, but it's back on, and we're all here, and it's happening, and we're live, and the podcast is here after months of talking about it.
Yeah, it's so. With that being all said, we're to get down to it. So, a lot to go over. Being that this is the first podcast, this is like a introduction, so to speak. So what to expect on just the Destiny Nerds brand in general. Obviously, the core of it, and Luke and I have discussed this many times, is the podcast to let our voices be heard. And there's many voices in the community, but we felt like we're nerds. And for those who are here, you're nerds. So, like, nothing wrong with hearing different perspectives, I would think.
Yes.
So when I came to Luke with this idea, he got excited. Like it was Christmas morning. So, which got me excited. But with that being said, a lot of content, not only with the podcast, but we will be uploading to the YouTube channel. So if you happen to miss the video portion of this podcast, it will be uploaded to the YouTube channel where you can watch in all its glory. Or if you like to listen to things, this audio portion will be uploaded to Anchor, which then will put out to all the streaming platforms that you may be subscribed to: Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, etc. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to let Luke take over this part. And basically the topic is not only to introduce himself, but what got him into Destiny. Go for it, Luke.
Thank you, Havoc. So what's up, everybody? I'm Bearded Luke. I know most of you, and but eventually, hopefully, we don't know everyone here. So Destiny is special to me, and I came to it in a not normal way, but also kind of normal way. I'll briefly share the story about how I got into Destiny, and then I'll let you share yours, Havoc. But I started off by not having any idea what Destiny was, and there's a guy named Travis, also known as Dr. Shabby. A lot of people may know him. He's one of my best friends. We went to college together, and when we were in college, he was like, there's this new game coming out. It's an FPS shooter. It's going to be cool. Download the alpha. So I downloaded the alpha called Destiny, and I played it for like 4 minutes. And I was like, cool, Cosmodrome, it's snowy, whatever. Didn't think anything of it. Went on to the beta, downloaded that because he texted me and said, get the beta, it's fun. I was like, okay. Downloaded that. Went to the Cosmodrome again. I was like, okay, cool. It looks like Halo. I don't care because I didn't play Halo at all. I like legit didn't play it. So then I switch off of that, and then we get into the night that it's coming out. I have no idea what this game is. Like, I hadn't looked it up. I wasn't a super big gamer. I kind of just played FIFA and Call of Duty, that kind of stuff. And the night comes out. I'm like, I want to go to Taco Bell. And Doc is like, well, I'm going to get Destiny. I'll go to Taco Bell if you go get Destiny with me. I'm like, okay. So we went to go pre-order Destiny for him. And I was like, I'll get it too. So I pre-ordered it. I went to Taco Bell. I ate 10 fiery Doritos Logos tacos, 10. And then, so we're hopefully going to do that tomorrow night. Doc's coming here for Beyond Light launch. But, and then we went and got Destiny, went back to the place that we lived, which is our like townhouse, and played Destiny all night. But mainly all we did was dance. We just pressed the dance button. I have videos. I wish I should tweet it out. I have videos of like us all. We had 3 TVs in the room, and we're going dance, dance, dance with the emotes.
Oh,
and
nice.
So I played it until I got to level 20. I played the campaign, and then I like was like, all right, this is it. I'd have never played looter shooters. I didn't understand that you play missions over and over again.
Yeah.
Loot and shoot, not just like play a campaign, then it's over.
So you thought story done. What's next?
That's it. So then I traded it in for Lord of the Rings Shadow of Mordor. Like, got rid of it. And then I graduated college, didn't think anything of it. And then I was sitting in my apartment I just got married to my wife Allie, and I was staying up late playing video games, and I was playing FIFA, and I was in party chat and PlayStation with Doc and my other friend Shugdot, and his name's Shane. And I heard them talking about Destiny, and they were like, "This is so fun." I was like, "Man, I feel like I'm missing out on something." So I downloaded. You can literally download like a free version basically of the Earth, and you could go into the Cosmodrome.
Yeah.
And it was when House of Wolves was out, so like they had that thing where the keys were somewhere, and you had to go find them. And you get random loot. So I downloaded it, and I got my first legendary item. It was like a cloak, and I was like, "Ooh!" And that hooked me. So I like had this kid that I knew sell me the game for $15, just used. And I played for a week, and then I bought Dark Below, House of Wolves, and then got addicted, and then got to Taken King. And ever since then, I've just been playing that game on a regular basis, at least once a week. Now I play it. I try to play like every day.
So he got the game, guys, and then he played it, completed the story, and just put it away. And then didn't really come back until you said, what, House of Wolves?
Yeah. House of Wolves. I missed I missed like first raid, like which Doc, I remember Doc calling me like, "Bro, I've been playing this raid. I've been playing it for 7 hours, and we're not even past like the first encounter." I'm like, 7 hours? Who plays games that long? And I'm like, I like to stream for 7 hours.
Oh Lord.
Hey,
at least you get to experience, I guess, Vault of Glass freshly, since it'll be coming out of the DCV fairly soon. So probably don't want
that. Yeah, so I missed a lot of stuff, but then the Taken King was like the most amazing experience.
Yeah,
we woke up at 4 a.m. before work and played it for like 2 hours whenever Anteater or whatever wasn't keeping us offline. And
yeah.
So that's my story. It was great, and now I've met so many amazing people in the community, especially this year since I started streaming and I'm playing on PC. So I've been meeting all these different streaming friends and gamer friends and people from LFGs that I'm like would consider some of my best friends, which is crazy. Like better friends than people in real life just because of Destiny.
Right. Yeah, man.
But let me hear your story.
Oh, man.
How you got in. I actually don't know how you got into it, so I'm excited to hear this.
So I was never a fan of first-person shooters in general. Never cared for them. When I gamed way back when, I played a lot of sports games, wrestling games. Didn't really play anything else really. A lot of Madden, a lot of WWE. That was basically my 1-2. And didn't own an Xbox, so never experienced Halo. I mean, I played Halo, like my buddies would have an Xbox, go over there, they had their little LAN stories or LAN parties and stuff. But I'm like, okay, it's Halo, okay, whatever. So I didn't start getting into first-person shooters really until the PS3 came out. And for those who may be watching or listening, there was this little title that came out with the PS3 called Resistance: Fall of Man. And that game just wow. Not a looter shooter, but just like it was aliens, and the story, and then the multiplayer was awesome. I actually met one of my friends from that game because him and I met in a lobby, and lo and behold, he lived 2 towns over from me.
Wow.
So boom, right there. So that was my early front into first person shooters. I didn't play the Call of Duties, didn't play the Medal of Honors, nothing like that. So then I got into Killzone 2 when that came out, etc., etc. So with Destiny, when they first announced it, and when Bungie stepped away from Microsoft, and they're coming out with this title called Destiny, multi-platform. I'm a PlayStation guy. Like it's just who I am. I like PlayStation. Grew up on it most of my life. So once I heard it was multi-platform, Destiny, all right, let's check it out. The trailers at the time blew me away. This is awesome. I just slowly followed Destiny, continuously up till launch. And then they dropped the Destiny 1 Alpha. I played the Destiny 1 Alpha. And my first Guardian that I made on the Alpha was a Hunter. And I did not like the Hunter whatsoever. I did not like it. I enjoyed the Alpha. And I actually have Alpha stream highlights or VODs on my Twitch channel. So if anyone's listening or watching this, if you're feeling very curious on how the Alpha build of Destiny 1 is, check it out. It's very bare bones. So I was a Hunter for that. And I was like, man, I wished I tried out the Warlock and the Titan at that time. So the beta rolled around. And when the beta rolled around, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try Warlock. Why the heck not? And boom, I fell in love with the Warlock and everything else. After that, just kept playing. I played the alpha and the beta just continuously, nonstop, like it was actually a full game. Like I lived and breathed it. To the point where when Sony announced that there's going to be a white PS4 Destiny bundle, the original, boom, pre-ordered it right off the bat without hesitation. Once Destiny announced there was going to be a Destiny Ghost Edition, which came with actual Ghost, boom, pre-ordered it. Didn't hesitate. So coming up to launch, I'm going to my local GameStop. And I'm there early, waiting for the midnight release. I'm like the second person in line theoretically, and the line starts to build from inside all the way out. It wrapped around the building. It was kind of crazy. People were hyped for this game at the time. Like it was the next big thing for Bungie.
Mm-hmm.
So me, here's my flex moment. I'm there. I'm picking up my brand new PS4, which I still use, still have it here, still use it to this day, and the Ghost Edition of Destiny, which came in a big box. So I'm coming out with like stacks of boxes, coming outside to this huge line. People are staring at me like, WTF, like what the heck? I think I dropped. After that night, all said and done, probably close to like $800, but I don't want to brag. But yeah, so got home, popped it in, set everything up, because at that time I was doing YouTube videos. I had a YouTube, so I had to set up my capture card and everything, get all that looked beautiful, and started playing it. I played for maybe about 2 or 3 hours. Didn't want to do it all in one sitting, and I loved it. Because me growing up, like I said, did play first-person shooters. I didn't feel the first-person shooter fatigue. I didn't play looter shooters, so like all this was like brand new to me, all fresh to me. So when people were complaining about this, and this, although I saw it, it didn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
So played it, didn't give up like Luke over there, kept playing. Did miss out on the second week from Xur when he dropped a Gallowhorn.
Oh my god!
Because no one knew what that weapon was
no
about.
one knew it was good. Everyone was
and
like,
it was godlike. Missed out on that. Did Vault of Glass, loved it. Which was the Dark Below, House of Wolves. You were talking about people spending 7 or 8 hours on a raid. House of Wolves, it was Prison of Elders. He had to go against Skolas, and he was a pain in the butt. I think
I beat him once.
I beat him a few times, but the first time I went up against Skolas in the final level of Prison of Elders, it took me 7 hours at least until we beat him. It was that crazy. Like seriously. Yeah. Like if you experienced Skolas when he first came out, before they nerfed him to make him a little bit easier, you would be stuck on him. It was crazy. And then, like Luke said, Taken King dropped, and boom. Like it was a whole new, like, for those who don't know me personally and just in general, ever came by my streams, whatever, my streaming setup, it looks like Bungie threw up on my wall. Like I have posters and figurines. Like I've spent so much, like it's crazy. Don't want to talk about it. But my favorite thing in the lore is Oryx. Everything. From Oryx to Crota to Savathûn, everything. So when I left thinking after Taken King, like this is pinnacle Destiny. And like that's when I first fell in love with the franchise, was Taken King. And ever since, met some great people. Been running the same clan since day one. Continuously meeting new people, and like Luke over here, awesome guy. It's like this game, although at its core it's a game, but like it's opened up so many things for not only ourselves but for everybody. Like let's think about it. Like we complain about this game, but it's brought so many people together in a lot of ways. Just chilling, you just chill, just play. You doesn't have to take anything serious, to freaking, doing, St. Jude's and stuff like that. Like so many things. So like, again, like no one expected this game in general to be more than just the game that you're playing with the controller in your hand. It just expanded everything. So That's why when anyone ever tells me what is my favorite game of all time, and I say Destiny, now it doesn't mean it's the best game because it's not. But my favorite game, the game that I put the most hours in to this day, is Destiny.
Yep.
It's my favorite game of all time. It's not the best game of all time, but it's my favorite game of all time. So that's my journey. And obviously, we got more years to come with future DLCs and more stories to share and more people to meet. Maybe next time, Guardian Con, Luke will actually talk to me.
Oh my god!
So,
should we tell him how we met?
I think we ran that one to the ground, and if they're generally curious, we'll talk about it in a future episode.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll give you guys the Havoc Luke story later.
Yeah, we'll give you the Havoc Luke story later. But without further ado, so I'm gonna go roll right into the next thing. We're 2 days away from Beyond Light, guys. 2 days away.
I'm so hyped.
It came up quickly, like this last 2 weeks, dude. Like, seriously, like, didn't it feel like it came up like rather quick? All of a sudden?
Yeah, because I was like grinding. I grinded like I think I got like 7 or 8 seals this season because I've just been grinding stuff that I've been waiting to do, and it was a long season. But then like I've been like using the last 2 weeks to kind of get caught up on work so that I can grind a bunch of Beyond Light, and it was like it's here. Like I was like, oh crap! Hopefully I don't have anything I was doing the Whisper Catalyst and I finished my Outbreak Catalyst. I was doing.
I just I just finished my Whisper. I put off it for 2.5 years. Finally got my Catalyst for my Whisper, and I actually wanted the ship more than the Catalyst. So
the ship's sick. It's the one from Taken King.
Oh, it's like I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it came quick, but man. We're here.
We're 2 days.
2 days.
So. Ooh. There's this so obviously there's like this little mini event that's supposedly going to happen sometime Monday night. I don't know the exact time. I know the servers, if you guys, for those who are listening or watching, the servers will go down for 14 hours around 9 p.m. Central Time or 10 p.m. Eastern, depending where you live in the world. They're going to go down for 14 hours for anticipation for Beyond Light. But I guess there's going to be like this small little event going on in the tower sometime. There's been a lot of speculation what's going to happen. What do you think is going to happen? You get in the tower. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, Luke Smith said something in his tweet about enjoy watching some before the lights go out.
Yeah.
I don't know if he means that as like literally like the downloads happening. So I don't know. I kind of have a feeling like legitimately like the tower, dude, I don't know. I've been trying to think about it and I can't wreck my mind. Like in an ideal world, I feel like for some reason the old tower opens back up and like we all fly over there or something.
Wow.
Which would be sweet, but I doubt it. In reality, it's probably going to be like we're going to see a ship go across the sky or something.
You think so? You think that's going to happen?
Yeah.
So for those who have PlayStation Plus, the preload has already happened. It happened to me last night while I was streaming on my channel, by the way. I got the preload for it to install. So the install is already ready. I think the install will happen exactly as soon as the servers go down. You can install the game. But yeah, what I think is going to happen, I got 2 theories. I have 2 theories. I think it's going to be either a cutscene of some sort, or we'll see the Traveler being healed before our very own eyes. That's one theory.
That would be sweet. Like it's ready to go. It's go time. Traveler's back to life.
That's my one theory. But other theory, and it's probably not going to happen, but it'd be pretty cool. When they say the lights are going out in the tower, so to speak, I think for the last 3 years now since Destiny 2 Vanilla. Yeah, I think it's been 3 years, right? If I'm doing my math calculation, carry the 2, it's going on 3 years. I think during that time they've been repairing the old tower, and I think they're going to shut the lights out on the new tower, and we're going to go back to the old tower. That is just my 2 theories. I could be way off base, completely wrong, but at least I have an answer, unlike Luke over there.
I don't have an answer because I have no freaking clue. Like I literally can't even.
Those are my 2 theories. That Traveler is going to heal in front of us, or we're going back to the old tower. Those are my 2 things. I'm sticking to it. But it will be interesting to see. Do you plan on chilling in the tower, or are you just gonna wait and see how Twitter reacts?
Yeah, when is it again? So like, also, I wonder if I can preload. I'm on PC. I wonder if that's like a preload thing in Steam, or is that going to all be tomorrow?
Well, if you read the TWAB, which
I read most of it. I just read
see,
in between the lines
that's the
sometimes.
problem, man. So they list the times of what's going to happen. So PlayStation got actually priority on preload. I think everyone else gets the 9th for the preload. So I'm looking at here. So Beyond Light. So I'm reading the TWAB. This past TWAB.
Okay.
Beyond Light preload for update 3.001 is available. Game release. The times. So beginning November 8th, you can start preloading. Xbox preloads will be available shortly after Destiny 2 is taken offline. PC preload for PC will be available shortly after Destiny 2 is taken offline for maintenance. PlayStation already happened, so yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how PlayStation got priority to have preload before a very. I think I know why, because for those who still play on PlayStation, when you update a game, it copies the whole freaking file again and downloads everything.
Oh man.
Whereas PC and Xbox, you click a button to update, boom, you're done. So that's why I think PlayStation had priority, because of the copying.
That makes sense.
Which, thank the freaking Lord that in PS5, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think I have an idea now, by the way. I think I know. I've been thinking, and I think that what's actually going to happen is each of the people that are leaving their planets, I think they're all going to slowly show up one by one. So like all the planets going like Ashermere.
So they're gonna snap back into the tower with us.
Like I think they're gonna their ship is gonna come up, and they're gonna if you're standing around, like you'll actually see them show up and like walk into the tower. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
That'd be
cool. Hey, you gave me an answer. I can't complain. You gave me something. You didn't. I'm like, really?
Yeah. But I'll be preloading, yes. But I'll definitely, if I can be there, I'll be there. I have. Is it? You said it's tomorrow night.
Supposedly it's tomorrow night before the servers go down. I'm hoping sometime during the day, Monday. If you're watching it on Monday today, that they tweet out a time to a window of time to be there at, because that would be nice. Because does anyone remember the last time they attempted their first live event? We sat in a tower for an hour and a half. To see the Almighty.
I was so mad because I had to be somewhere and I waited this whole time. Also, another thing before, have you noticed that the whole season, different the cargo from all the different planets that are going away has been showing up in the hangar section?
I'll be honest, I have not noticed that.
It's just been each week more and more stuff's been showing up. So I wonder if that has something to do with the live event.
Ooh, so wow, yeah, I haven't noticed.
Yeah, each week different stuff, and it's got the little planet symbol on it. It's just basically they're moving stuff from those planets to the tower, preparing for something. But
so I guess Beyond Light drops for you, Luke.
Yes,
you got Doc there with you.
Mm-hmm. What He'll is be right over here next to me? Hopefully, I'm gonna put him in the shot.
Ooh. Okay, so he's sitting next to you. What is the first thing you guys are going to tackle when Beyond Light drops?
Okay, so what me and him have always done DLCs together, which is just so sweet, right? Mm-hmm. But what we'll do is we were like power grinders. We like to get through everything as fast as we can, but also take it in. So we'll do the campaign together, the two of us. Yeah. DC was supposed to do that with us as well, but he's going to do the campaign on his own. So me and Doc and maybe a third if they want to join, we'll do the campaign. We'll listen to the cutscenes. We'll do it. We'll do it real good. We'll enjoy the first playthrough. Also we'll also be trying to be as efficient. We are really trying to be efficient with grinding out our power and all that stuff, because we're going to be attempting the world's first. We're not going to get world's first, but we're going to attempt to get finished in this first 24 hours with our team. So basically me, Doc, and DC are a team, and then Beast, Badger, and Tree are a team. And so we're going to both be doing campaigns and running character leveling separately. So we'll do the campaign first, and then once we finish the campaign, we're going to figure out what end game is, what we need to be doing, and keeping an eye on Twitter so we can see if there's a thing we're missing, because this is the part that I get anxious about during this, which I shouldn't get anxious about. I should just be playing the game, but I want to be I don't want to miss out on if you do this technique, you're going to grind 5 levels higher, but if you went too fast, you're going to miss it, that kind of thing. So
usually the technique is, and it's always been like this that I can remember, is you use your least used guardian first.
Yes.
And then you use your main guardian last. That is to better optimize your main guardian.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Since
I
we have
never
a
do
whole
that.
week.
I just jump on my warlock.
Yeah, just go for it.
But yeah, mine is similar to you. Joe, the wife, we call her the wife because we've been together for almost 7 years. We tackle the story stuff right off the bat. We do that. We've done that for pretty much every expansion, I think, except for Rise of Iron. But other than that, that's what we do. But we will have a third member with us. One of my clanmates, Astrid. She'll be our third. But yeah, we'll be tackling the story portion of it, and beyond that, when they have to go because they have the jobs in the morning, I'll probably stay on a little bit longer, and I'll probably tackle more of the story. Maybe or maybe not. I haven't decided, but I'm also like, and you and I discussed this before, obviously off stream and stuff, but I'm more intrigued by the story of Season of the Hunt than I am for Beyond Light.
Yeah.
Obviously because of Aldrin. # spoilers. Because that story, we've been waiting for the payoff from that since Forsaken.
For a long time.
So I am more invested to see what's going to happen with that.
Same.
Not saying that Beyond Light story is going to be bad or I'm not hyped for it. I am, but I guess on different levels. Maybe for Beyond Light, I'm like a 7. But for Season of the Hunt, I'm like a 9. So I'm kind of curious of how they're going to keep the story beats and learn from, I guess, the mistakes they had with with Shadowkeep and their seasonal format of Season of the Dawn. Then what was after that? Season of the Dawn, or we had Season of the Undying, which was and Season of the Dawn, which I pretty much skipped because I was so burnt out from Season of the Undying.
The story in that season was really good though, with Saint 14.
I thought that was pretty cool. And then after that, we had Season of what was after. So we had Season of the Dawn, and then obviously the Saint 14 was after that, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it was Season of the Undying, Season of the Dawn, Season of the Almighty, I think, or whatever. I can't remember. And then Season of the Arrivals. The season before Arrivals was the one that I could just forget about, and I'd be cool with it.
Yeah,
the one where the stupid ship was coming at us all the time.
Yeah. So it's one of those two things where the old format with Destiny was, you got your base game, and you get these two expansions, which we had earlier, with Destiny 2, we had the Curse of Osiris, and then the Drifter, and Opulence. But I wish they went back to the original format with Destiny, how they did with Destiny 1, where they had Destiny 1 vanilla, and then they came out with The Dark Below that came out that December, and then House of Wolves came out, I think, the following May, which would hold us over during the summer, and then they had Taken King. So I feel like the seasonal format, how they have it, it's just I don't know, man. I want base game, expansion, and then the brand new DLC that following fall. I miss it that way.
Yeah.
As compared to, okay, here's your base game. Okay, with this season and then a few months later, another season, and then a few months later, another season, and then a few months later, another season, and then you got on top of that Moments of Triumph, and then on top of that any other event, and then it's just I don't know. I don't have that much time in the day to do all that. I just don't.
There's a lot of that's the thing that's funny to hear. So I'm pretty excited about Beyond Light, but I feel like they've kept the story super under wraps, so I don't really know what is happening. Do you know what I mean? It's important. It's gonna be something cool, but I'm they showed off that and the other 2 DLCs, and the other 2 DLCs that they showed off when they showed off Beyond Light, I was way more interested in. So I was like, let me skip Beyond Light and get to Darkfall.
Or the Witch Queen. I mean, And then there's Lightfall, but I'm more like Witch Queen.
Lightfall. I just called it Darkfall.
Yeah,
I don't, literally, the one thing that everyone is gonna realize during the Destiny years is I'm a nerd, but I don't ever remember any names of anything properly.
That's
like
why
I
I'm here.
almost get it, but I'm not quite there. But anyway,
Witch Queen. Like when we saw the reveal of like the next 2 expansions coming out for 2021 and 2022, Witch Queen, boom, spoke to me. Dreadnought, boom, all that stuff. The Oryx beats, boom. I was like, all right, just bring me to 2021.
Yeah.
You know, fortunately, we didn't get that. Basically, how 2020 is right now. But I guess the next thing within Beyond Light, what is like, so the exotics that you know that are coming for Beyond Light, new or old, what exotics are you, I guess, like clamoring to get in your hands to start using?
The problem, this like brings up a problem with exotics for me. I don't get as excited as I used to for exotics because of this seasonal thing. So like I don't mind the way they do seasons just because it feels like, which is funny that we have like way more content than we typically can do if we're just like more casual gamers. But at the same time, a lot of the content is monotonous to each week and it's time gated within a season. So that can be changed. But like every season we get the new exotics that come with the season and it's so easy. Like it's
So
like
what you're feeling like you don't want to
unbelievably
be handed the exotic. You want to
not all of them. Some of them I wish had like a little bit of RNG or a little bit of like a long quest connected to it. But like I'm excited for No Time to Explain. Like I love that gun. And the new thing they're adding where it has like another little orb next to the right of it that shoots
like a little turret, yeah. And if you're a warlock, you can bust out the Arc Souls and have double turrets
two
going.
turrets. Oh my gosh.
So I see that a lot in PvP, I'm sure. Like that's gonna be crazy. Just all
PvP
like
is gonna be a new world of holy
team
cow.
firing. So that's the only weapon you're jazzed for? That's it?
Right now, like to be honest, the whole Beyond Light thing. So this is kind of how I stay hyped about things. Like I read the TWABs and I get as much information as I can about each of these things that's coming out. But with the exotics and weapons and that kind of stuff, I usually don't look too far into it because I kind of want there to be a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Like I looked at all the Hunter armor and I looked at the Titan armor and the Warlock armor and it all looks interesting, but there wasn't anything that stood out to me like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to use that. I think that what was it? There's a sword, right? That looks
like a chainsaw sword.
I'm looking forward to that because I love swords. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I would say for me, the sword is definitely intriguing. As for like the exotic armor, obviously I forgot the name of the gauntlets for the warlock where you can poison enemies and it kind of just spreads after you kill an enemy, just spreads the poison. That looks pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
But for anyone who knows me, for anybody, because it is my favorite weapon of all time in Destiny, Hawkmoon.
Oh yeah, it is coming back, isn't it?
Granted, it's going to be a little different because there are the perks. They just don't want to break the game because if anybody remembers Hawkmoon from Destiny 1, the first 5 months when that gun was available, that was the king of PvP. It was the king next to Vex Mythoclast, which, by the way, guys, with Vault of Glass coming back, pretty sure we're going to get those raid weapons.
Okay, that's what I'm excited about then. I don't care about regular exotics. Whenever they bring Vault of Glass out, whenever that is, I don't know if it's the first season or second season. I think
it's going to be the second or the third season, if I'd eventually guess.
Vex, but also like Fatebringer is my favorite weapon that I've ever used.
We're going to get the Vault of Glass weapons back. And I'm hoping the armor set we get is what we got from Rise of Iron. When it was, with the ornaments and stuff they did. Like, I hope it's that. And we're getting Vex Mythoclast back. We're going to get Fatebringer, Vision of Confluence. I mean, just like, I think people forget that. Like, yeah, we're getting Vault of Glass back, but we're going to get these weapons probably back as well. And I don't know about you. I mean, depending how good the raid is for Beyond Light, I see like it would have to blow me out of the water, honestly. But if it doesn't, I'll be playing a heck of a lot more of Vault of Glass than I will be for the raid for Beyond Light. It's just, maybe it's nostalgia. I don't know. I know they are going to change it a little bit to make it more Destiny 2-ish. So it's not going to be a carbon copy.
There'll be like champions and stuff.
And stuff like that. So there will be some different things pertaining to it. But like, I cannot wait to run Vault of Glass and getting those weapons and just
if anything, I'm more interested in how they're going to make it available because Venus isn't on the directory. Are they going to bring that back during a season or something? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah. See, like that's the thing. Like, I don't think so. But like, there's this thing called meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Was that whenever Ikora did the meditations?
Yeah. So like you that's how you would replay older stuff.
Yeah.
You would meditate. Maybe that's what they do pertaining to that. Instead of putting up actual planet just for the raid. I don't know. That brings up a good question for that. But yeah, so many things to look forward to. Like day one, my clan and myself will not be doing the raid day one because we just no. I don't want to say we're casual, but some of us are casual. So we don't have enough hardcore people.
You just don't have enough people that'll be like at the power level and willing to grind and willing to play for 8 hours.
Hardcore and like in little increments,
mm-hmm.
but they can't spend 10, 12 hours grinding those levels like a lot of people will be doing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like enjoying watching people play. I haven't decided if I want to be surprised when I do my first raid attempt or spoil it for myself and watch Luke and his team or someone else. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I haven't gotten that far yet. But it should be the first week. Everybody gets this feeling when anytime a new piece of content drops with Destiny, the community is popping. The Destiny 2 directory here on Twitch is popping. Everything is great. Usually for like 3 weeks to a month. And then the drought happens or like the things like the grind gets to people. But I have a feeling, and I'm being optimistic when I say this, I think it's going to be a little bit different because it seems like right now they're going to give us so much.
Yeah.
Because this sample, because Beyond Light is just a little bit bigger than Shadowkeep, and when it comes to content, based on what I've heard, I think Luke Smith talked about it in an interview. Like it's a little bit bigger than Shadowkeep. Don't expect Forsaken like expansions really anymore because during that time they had Activision and 2 other studios helping them. Now it's Bungie, so they don't have that much manpower to work on something that massive, which sucks. But if they keep hitting out, keep hitting them out, you shouldn't see too many people complain because people always complain, but you shouldn't see too many people complain with that. So definitely looking forward to it. It's going to be crazy.
I'm pumped for the raid. Like speaking of raids, we are myself. Last year was the first. I always wanted to be a part of day one raids. I've just always filmed weddings during them. These last couple of years, whenever I find out when they are, if I'm not filming a wedding or in September, I usually like.
But now you're done with weddings, right? You're done for the rest of the year.
So I don't have any weddings this year. And it was crazy because I was supposed to have a wedding in November, and it was supposed to be it would have been.
Yeah, you told me, and it got canceled.
Yes, it got canceled. So luckily, it stinks that it got canceled, but it's also amazing because the thing where they're making it so the raid isn't until a week later is even better. There's gonna be so much less pressure.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Brings up a good point. So for the longest time, until recently, raids were always like within the first week of a new expansion drops. But now it's going to be like what, the 21st? It's on a Saturday. I know that much. It's on the 21st. So basically, you get a week and a half.
You basically almost, it feels like 2 weeks of you get Tuesday to Saturday. So like. It's like unreal amounts of time to get ready. It used to be like last year was my first time doing the world's first raid, and it was Garden of Salvation, and we the stuff came out Tuesday and the raid was on Saturday, so that's all the time you had to get ready for it, and that's like super fun, but is also stressful. Like I feel like I missed out on a lot of excitement because I was just grinding power level like it was no one's business, which is fun to me. I actually love doing that more than anything. So with this one, it being that much time, it's cool because our team should be able to have all our characters ready, and we should be able to practice a little bit, do like right beforehand. So we have a team. It's going to be me, the Dr. Shabby, DC, Badger, Tree Honey, and Beast of Sheep. Beast of Sheep is like an extremely good raider / Sherpa. So he's like he did like over 200 something Sherpas on Garden of Salvation. So he's basically like the team leader of our raid team for this one.
So if
I'm
you
just like
screw
a
up,
guy from the
he will
team.
let you know. Like
He'll let
dude,
you know. Yeah,
he'll let you know.
He's awesome though. I love that he lets you know in a really smart way, like not like a smart Alec way, but like he's just smart. So I'm excited about that, and I'm just pumped because that was something I did last year, and oh my gosh, I remember you being in my chat, and I was streaming it for 18 hours straight. We attempted it. I attempted it less time than Beast. He even actually kept going like all the way to the point of it being 24 hours. But it was so fun, but it was exhausting and near the end. Like I know where my limit is now, and I'm excited because this time our team, we all know each other. We raid together all the time. So it's going to be a different experience than last year. I didn't know anyone. It was just kind of like I met Beast and he's like, you can play on the raid team that day. So we all just met each other that day. This is a
Let you
different
play.
story.
That is so sweet of him to
Yeah,
allow
it
you.
was so sweet of him. He let me play on his team. So then now I'm now here we are getting ready to do it again.
Yeah, Luke, come out and play. That's all I hear.
Yeah. Can we come out and play?
Can we come out and play?
And I'm gonna be able to. I don't have anything that day, so I'm just gonna take that day to play this. I'm only gonna grind like extra hard. Like I don't have time to do the grinding like most people either. Like I can't grind from, you know, freaking. I can't do 12 hours a day. I wish I could, but I have responsibilities that make it so I can't do it, unfortunately. So this week I've taken off. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week, I will be grinding, and then Saturday, Sunday will be like normal hours, and then the week after it'll just be my regular schedule. So I'm gonna try my best. I'll be playing it as much as I can, but in a healthy manner, because I get a little bit unhealthy the first week of Beyond Light. I'm not gonna lie, I play a little bit too much.
I had a question, but now it completely gone now.
Oh no!
Hopefully it comes back. Yeah, like just so much. Like it's I feel like I'm just gonna pace myself. But it sounds like for you, yeah. Now I know what my question is. Not my question, but a comment. Like you guys are doing your worlds first. You're attempting it. You know, back in your head, you're not gonna get it, but it'd be nice. But I think your guys' goal is to at least get that 24-hour emblem. Is your goal?
That's the only goal I have. I want a 24-hour emblem. Like that's what I want. If we can get that, that would be a huge success, like massive, especially if it's cool to get the loot from the raid, but like to show that you actually attempted it the first day and it succeeded within that 24 hours, that would feel way more because I felt defeated after we did it for so long and we only made it to the third encounter and then Beast made it to the fourth, but then didn't get to finish it. It's a big deal when you see that like 24-hour emblem, like it's
like how Dado missed it by like how many minutes, people? Like getting the 24-hour emblem, he missed it by like what minutes?
Yeah, minutes or seconds or something like that. It's like a joke they have running. I wonder if he's gonna get worlds first this time. He deserves one, I guess.
Eventually, yeah, man. Like as much as his team's always like right there at the end, and they just like choke. Like you're an Atlanta Falcons fan.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was directed at somebody. But anyway, so yeah. With that being said, not only is Beyond Light coming out as of Tuesday, but the new consoles are coming out this week.
Yeah.
What Xbox Series X and S are coming out the same day as Beyond Light, and then just 2 days later, the PlayStation 5.
Are people getting their? I feel like I've seen people getting their new Xboxes
Some
already.
people have. So a lot of the influencers and content creators, the higher ups as we call them, got consoles sent to them by Microsoft and Sony like weeks ago.
That's just true. Because Goth was playing Destiny 1 on Xbox.
That thing was loading quick. He was just playing Valhalla the other day.
That game looks good. Oh my god!
But yeah, so the new consoles are coming out. I myself snagged a PS5, so I will be playing Destiny 2 Beyond Light on my PlayStation 5. But I think being that Luke here is a PC dude, he's in no rush to play Destiny on console because he's got the master race when it comes to.
I've already had a next gen console this whole time. It's just right there.
It's right there. just gotta upgrade here and there. Pop this and that in there. Upgrade. Boom. Done. But yeah, so I will be playing Destiny 2 on PS5 later this week. Now, I was debating, do I want to hold off doing Beyond Light and wait a couple days just to play it on the PS5? just to have the quicker loading times, because sadly, if you guys didn't know this already, we're not going to get that special optimization patch until December 8th. And when I say the special optimization patch, we won't be able to play in 4K 60 frames until December 8th. So the only thing we have looking forward to is the faster loading times, obviously.
That's almost worth it, because I was watching someone play PS4 the other day, and like just going to their directory, I was like, oh my gosh.
It's bad. It's bad. But before I close out this conversation, I want to mention the unsung hero that I think it just dawned to me that we all forgot. The most important thing with Destiny 2 Beyond Light is the menu screen is not going to be glowing white, beaming at you, lighting up the whole living room. It's going to be dark mode, not only for the main menu screen, but your character screen. You could put it in night mode, and it changes colors based on
the aesthetics,
the subclass you pick. That's game breaking to me. It's those little things that yes, I don't have to turn on my PlayStation in the middle of the night and just light up the whole freaking living room. It's those little things that I just wanted to slide that in there. I think that that's the real MVP, guys. Just those little, this quality of life changes. Just those little things make a big difference to me, at least. So we're almost nearing the end of the first episode, but before we close out things, again, I want to reiterate on a few things here. So again, if you happen to miss the video portion of the live stream of first episode, you can watch the VOD in all its glory over on our YouTube. Check out the panels below. Some of them are up to date, some of them are not. I'm sorry. But
we're working on it.
We're working on it. I know we have no excuse. It's been 2-3 months. This thing has been in the working, but life happens.
It's happening, though. We're having an episode right now.
So with that, So if you missed tonight's stream, or if you have to dip out, the VOD will be over on the YouTube channel. If you like to listen to things, because I know a lot of people like to listen when they work out or they're doing this or doing that, the audio portion will be uploaded to Anchor, which then will distribute to other streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music. I'm sure I'm missing some other ones, but it will be spread out and shot out to different streaming services. So if you want to listen on the go, you could do that.
Yes.
Also, with other content, mostly for the YouTube channel, there will be content. We'll have Xur videos for every Friday, which I'll be recording. I am debating if I want to record the special event that may or may not happen Monday night. So that might actually be up sometime Monday night. But yeah, there'll be a little content here and there going on to the YouTube as well. Also, for the viewers, so Luke and I were discussing, and for our next episode, if you want to submit a question to us or ask us anything Destiny related, obviously, you could tweet it using the hashtag Destiny Nerds, and we'll sift through all the questions. It may appear on a future episode, and we'll answer it. Or if you have a question, if you're part of the live audience, you can ask a question here, and we'll sift through the VOD of the questions, and we may use it for, again, a future episode. Other than that, that brings us to the end. Luke, anything else you would like to add before we say goodbye?
No, I'm just excited. I wanted to also add, I don't feel like we talked much about this, but the majority of the episodes that we are going to be having on here are not going to just be me and Havoc. It's going to be a Destiny community nerd, just another member of the community. We have a huge list of people that are going to be on here watching this, and or not just watching, but talking with us.
Yeah, we have a lot of guests lined up.
So you want to give a couple?
I'm gonna bust out the old the Google whatchamacallit here. Give me a second, because I gotta do that.
Yeah, you do that real quick. So I'm just really excited about this podcast. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have that little Q&A section closer to the end each week, because we do want to talk with the actual Destiny community about what they're going through. If there's droughts, if there's exciting stuff happening, if there's really cool content to talk about, we want you guys to be connected with us as well. Not only during the live version of this, but also whenever it's on YouTube and whenever it's on audio versions everywhere. You can also watch the VODs here. There's all going to be a million options, and it's not just. We want to reiterate, Destiny Nerds is not just going to be a podcast. It's going to be an overall thing.
Mm-hmm.
We want the Destiny Nerds to be something that grows, and maybe even someone in chat will be a part of it one day. You never know.
You never know. So to tease a few of our guests, I'm gonna tease a few. So we have people from Clintus to Gambit Etiquette to Manodestra, Sarah Daniels, GSXR Clyde, maybe Beast the Sheep. I think he's on the
yes, sir.
And Amphi, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, Amphi.
Those are just a few. We have quite a lot. We have a huge list.
It's a big list.
It's big. Committed. And like, we're not going to have special guests every week because, you know, maybe people want that, but it's not going to happen. So let's temper expectations there. They're not going to be guests every week, but we have a list that could probably, man, like, yeah, it's, especially with the holidays, it's probably going to be hard to book people here and there.
Yeah.
But
we have 52 weeks
in a year,
list,
so we have a healthy list of people, and then we always plan on adding people, big or small. You don't have to be a main person in the community. You don't have to be a streamer or a YouTuber. If you love Destiny, you're a nerd. Like, if you love playing this game that people seem to complain about all the time, and you still play it, you're a nerd. Like,
yeah, like if you're here listening, you're a nerd. I mean, you're taking your time to listen to. Yeah, you're listening to something that's different than any. You're not even playing. You're not playing Destiny. You're listening to something about Destiny.
Yeah. So like you don't have to be a big name. So like, big or small, size does not matter. So with that being said, little tongue in cheek there. With that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
We love you so much. Hey, we forgot. Where are we gonna find you, Havoc? I want people to know where you're from.
People know me.
You can follow Havoc at twitch.tv/xhavoc83x. It's right down there. And you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/beardedluke. Follow us on Twitter. Follow the Destiny Nerds on Twitter. We freaking love you. We'll see you guys next week. We love you. Have fun playing Beyond Light and be healthy. Have an amazing time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.